anxious to play against a really good Milwaukee team that's predicted pretty much by everybody in order to win their conference, and really good guard play, really good front court play as well. And I think they've won 20 games or more 3 consecutive years, and it's a really bad taste out just over our lack of physicality on Tuesday night. So we're ready to get going tomorrow night at 6.
After that loss, what was the message to your guys, and what are you emphasizing this week?
There was good fight. You're down 15 with 12 to play, and you saw a group that was fighting. And we won the rebound battle. I thought we did a really good job on Buchanan. We had to make some adjustments at halftime and just how we were defending some of their players in order to give us a better chance. And I thought personnel wise we were okay, but I thought schematically we were pretty discombobulated, and that's where I think defensively the level of physicality that needs to happen, especially on the defensive glass, just was not there at what we needed it to be. And then I would also tell you that stylistically, they presented a challenge of defending KG, Kenyon Giles. Just that they were basically trying to get us to play 4-on-4, and thought they did a wonderful job. And we just didn't have enough inside of what we do in order to free that up. And so I think some of that's been fixed. So anxious to see if somebody else does it and just how we attack it. But proud of their fight. Our physicality has got to get a lot better, specifically on the defensive glass. And then from a scheme standpoint, I think we're a little bit further ahead, which is what you want, because you need to see how teams defend. And I think we'll be better prepared when they try to basically eliminate a player from the court.
I saw too the crowd is around 9,000 for a non-conference matchup. I mean, was that kind of the takeaway that your guys are competing in these big games on the road early on in the season?
Yeah, I mean, Boise State's a really good team. I think, I don't know, it's some crazy number. I think they've lost 9 games there in the non-conference in the last 16 years. So, I mean, we understood the challenge. We understood how good they were. A team that's predicted amongst the top 3 consensus by everybody in a really good conference in the Mountain West. So we understood that. I'm happy we had a chance at the end in order to tie it, but again, the things that we need to be good at are the things we practice most often, and that wasn't the thing that I thought we were good at. Our our front court physicality was good. Our back court physicality has to. We've got a lot of growth to do.
We're going to have Milwaukee this week or tomorrow, rather. Take me kind of through what they do well and what lessons you guys ultimately learned that would carry over into the second.
Yeah, a number of shot makers, and just have the ability from multiple guys, from their backcourt. Going to be high volume in regards to their backcourt. Something that we saw in some previous games that we played, where teams have been really good in the backcourt. And then I would tell you from a front court standpoint, they have the ability, similar to Toyaz Solomon at UNC Asheville, to kind of ISO you if they feel cross matched. So that's a challenge. In the trenches, I would tell you they're a B, but in their backcourt and in regards to their small forward position, from a personnel standpoint, they're an A plus, and it's not hard to see why they're predicted to win their conference. Just really good. So, watching them against Texas Tech, and it's a 2-point game. They're in the second half, and it's at Texas Tech, and you just realize how good a shot making team that they are. And so we're going to have to set the tone pretty early in order to prevent some quality looks, because I really feel with the quality of guards that they have that if that match gets lit, it's going to be really hard to put out that fire.
What usually works about emphasizing physicality? Are there drills that you go back to? How do you emphasize
I think a lot of it's got to get done in the film room. I mean, you have to pay attention to where are we not doing the job that we need to, and I go back to we've done a good job of running, but if you think run before rebound, you're not ever going to get the chance to run. And so I think we were thinking, given the fact just where Boise State ranked in transition defense, which was dead last in the country, that we would see opportunities to run. They weren't as extensive simply because they didn't crash the same numbers that they were. Their focus was on getting back and going against a set defense. But I think we were thinking run more than rebound, and that can't get out of whack. Like, we've got to make sure the rebound is done prior to the running. And I think a lot of it's film. We were off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Were Thursday was mainly dealt with the film. We practiced for about an hour, and then today we were able to get up and down and really go through some of the physicality, but I think it's more a mentality than it is a practice. Like, guys have to commit to hitting more than anything else.
I'm curious, your shirt, Win Within, is that a motto this year? And what's
And
the story behind it?
yeah, yeah, not something that we don't really have a motto other than we talk quite a bit about care factor and doing the things necessary in order. But win within, in order to ever win externally, you have to make sure you're right internally. And so we talk about the real fight is usually internal. Like, you have to make up your mind. You have to be fully committed to doing the things that are necessary. I'm unaware of people that do well externally who are a circus internally. And so we need to make sure that we understand that the battle is kind of, we need to fully commit to whatever it is we're trying to do day by day, game by game, hour by hour, in order to win externally. So, well, winning within, it's just the message that before we ever win externally, we have to make sure we're right internally and committed to doing the things that we know are going to put us on the path towards that.
Milwaukee too, the program hasn't faced Milwaukee in decades. So just what went into scheduling them? What's it like as a program to face them?
Yeah, I mean, UNC Asheville's predicted amongst the top two of their conference, and you want to play a good program like that. Teams at the end of the year that are going to be in the upper division of their conference. Milwaukee, again, from pretty much it's a consensus across the board. Just whether you look at preseason prognosticators or even if you look at the coaches poll that they did at the Horizon League, that everybody anticipates Milwaukee winning the conference. So what you want from a net perspective is, as you kind of think through, given the quad one opportunities we have, specifically as they related the other night to Boise State, then being able to play quality teams there in the Bahamas next week, that you also, from your non conference games, need to play teams that are anticipated to win their leagues and at least be in contention for it. And Milwaukee, UNC Asheville, Prairie View A&M, they all fall into that category, as well as Loyola Chicago.